the revolutionary way to monitor your laboratory values in the comfort of your own home. I'm going to go over the kit that you're going to receive in the mail from our laboratory. You're going to receive it in a box similar to this, a priority mail box. Included in the box is going to be multiple HomeTrak kits, as well as step-by-step instructions on the entire process that this video is going to review as well. In addition, there'll be a demographic and insurance information sheet that will need to be filled out and signed and returned with your first sample. A notice of our privacy practices that will be a copy that you can keep, as well as a signs and symptoms sheet that will need to be returned with each of your samples in each of your HomeTrak kits. Shipping labels, as well as shipping envelopes that will be used to ship your sample to our lab, as well as all the supplies necessary to obtain your small volume blood sample. Included is the lancets that will be used to prick your finger, the vials that will be used for you to drop the blood in, as well as alcohol swabs and gauze pads for after you take your sample. Brian is going to go over the process of obtaining your blood sample, and I'll return in a few minutes to review how to ship your sample to our lab.
The first step would be to get your supplies from your kit that would be required to accomplish the finger stick. There would be the capillary small little tube, alcohol swab, a 2x2, and a pressure activated lancet. Once you have all your supplies ready, your lancet, your 2x2, your alcohol swab opened, and your microcapillary collection tube opened, you should wash your hands in warm soapy water for a few minutes to increase the blood flow to your fingers. After you have washed your hands in warm water for 2 to 3 minutes, which is very, very important and really increases your ability to get an adequate finger stick draw. Dry your hands, wipe the area, preferably the lateral side of your finger. Any one would work. Remove the cap from your lancet. Press and hold the lancet to your finger. To the lateral side of your finger, collect the specimen. It is helpful to keep your hand lower than your heart, which also increases the blood flow. The sample required for us to perform your labs is anywhere from 6 to 8 drops of blood. And again, the little scoop attachment on the side of the tube is the most effective way to collect the blood specimen. You can continue to kind of press your finger on the sides to kind of increase the blood flow to that area. Individuals may experience increased blood flow if they've been on anticoagulants for any length of time, or aspirin, and it may be necessary to hold pressure for a couple of minutes after the lancet to prevent the bleeding, any additional bleeding. May require just a little tapping on the tube while you're collecting the blood to make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. It is a heparinized tube to prevent clotting, which just allows us to run the appropriate tests for you when we receive them in our lab. Ideally, we would like to collect a minimum of 250 microliters of blood, which is identified on the side of the tube. Those people that are relatively free bleeders may easily collect more blood than that, and that's okay. That just allows us to be able to run more tests if your physician so requires. I have managed to collect my required specimen. All I would do at that point is recap the tube and invert several times to allow adequate mixing of the heparin solution and the blood. Take my 2x2 cover finger that I just, at that point in time, your sample is complete.
You've acquired your blood sample. We're going to prepare it for shipping. You'll take your capped vial of blood and you'll place it in one of the 3 holes in the foam insert inside the aluminum container, as well as the used lancet will be placed in one of the other holes. Place the foam cap on top of the foam insert, place on the cap on the aluminum container and seal it tightly. Now you'll place and wrap around the aluminum tube the filled out demographic sheet, if this is your first sample, as well as the signs and symptoms sheet. Wrap that around the aluminum container and place it inside the cardboard container and place the cap on the cardboard container. Now you'll place the cardboard container inside the express mail envelope. Seal the express mail envelope and place on the mailing label. Be sure to put your name and address on the left-hand side. Now you're ready to ship your package to our laboratory. If you have daily mail service to your home or business, you can place this in your mailbox and your mail carrier will pick it up and deliver it to us overnight. If you don't have daily mail service, you'll need to contact the U.S. Postal Service to schedule a pickup. That phone number is inside the instruction booklet that is provided within your package. Thank you very much.